Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Daisy Fox and this is Daisy Fox Tarot. Today we are going to find out from your guides what to do next. So when I was sitting down preparing for your reading, I actually had a different topic in mind, but as I was listening to the messages coming in, this is what I felt like your guides want you to know. This is what I feel like they want to address. So maybe there's quite a few of you all, or maybe just the collective in general that have kind of come to a crossroads. I'm hearing you guys have kind of come to a crossroads and you're just not really sure what to do next. So we are going to find out for you all what it is your guides suggest you do next, okay? We'll flesh that out. We'll get some details for you all, okay? We'll look at, we'll even get specifics as far as what area of your life they're talking about, okay? Because I know a lot of times when we're kind of stuck at a crossroads in one area of our life, it kind of is something that reverberates throughout our entire lives, okay? Throughout all the different areas. So that's what we're going to find out for you today, what it is that they suggest you do next. So we have 4 piles today for you all to choose from, okay? So pile 1 is right here with Night Song and Hidden Talents, and it also has this green adventuring heart. Pile number 2 is this Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities, with this rose quartz. Pile number 3 is The Witch, the Earthly Weaver of the Worlds, and this amethyst. And then pile number 4 is Eternal Love. It says, love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. And there is this black obsidian here for you all. So take a little bit of time, you guys, feel it out. You might feel called to just one pile. You might feel called to multiple piles. Totally normal. I will have the description. I will have the timestamps in the description box down below, as well as that top pin comment, okay, to make it a little bit easier. So you guys can go down there. If you're seasoned to pick a card, viewers, doers, you guys just go ahead, go see your piles, and I will see you guys over there. If you are a little bit new to pick a card readings, let me kind of explain how to choose your piles. So some people, there's a lot of different ways to choose. One of the things that a lot of readers, and myself included, like to emphasize is that you will not pick incorrectly, okay? A lot of times I think we kind of get into this spot of like decision paralysis when we're trying to pick a pile, and we kind of panic. Maybe we do a little bit of panic picking. We're like, I don't know, pile number 3. You guys don't do that to yourselves. You don't have to do that, okay? You guys can pause the video, take a little bit of extra time if you need to feel it out. You can pick based on the imagery of the cards. You can pick based on the title of the cards or these little subtitles, okay? You can pick based on the crystal. You can look at the numbers within the timestamps that correlate with each pile. Sometimes there's some repeating numbers. Sometimes if you add up the number within, like all the different numbers within that timestamp, it might come out to a number that you've been seeing repeating a lot, or you've been seeing a lot, or maybe it's your lucky number, or a number that is meaningful to you, okay? That's also a great way to pick, okay? So if you are feeling called to multiple piles, I would suggest starting with the pile that you feel the strongest pull towards, that pile that's kind of your FOMO pile. So if you had to just close out the video, the internet crashed and you never got to see this reading again, what pile would you be really sad? Like feel deep down, you would feel sad that you didn't get to hear what was in that pile, okay? So you can use that method to pick. So like I said, start with your primary pile, start with that first one, and then go and watch the others that you feel called to afterwards. Those are going to kind of have some little secondary messages that will go hand in hand with that first pile. So anyways, you guys, like I said, no panic picking here. You can always pause the video, give yourself as much time as you need in order to pick your pile. But yeah, I will see you guys in your respective piles, and we will find out from your guides what it is that you should do next. All right, bye you guys. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen Night Song with Hidden Talents here and this green adventuring heart. So we are going to find out today what it is that your guides suggest you do next. So let's put your crystal over here, kind of by the candle, so you can still see her. So we're starting with Night Song, Hidden Talents. We're gonna grab some other oracle cards, and then we'll grab some tarot cards for you all. So first oracle deck starting up. I feel like this is our next one we need to do. So let's find out. I'm gonna give it a good shuffle because I don't believe I shuffled this one after getting it out of the box. Just do that. Okay, so for my pile number ones, what is it that they need to do next? What would their guides like them to know that they need to do next? What do they suggest? Okay, oh, okay. We have Kind Koala here with mindfulness, relaxation, and self-care. And this says, sweet spirit dozing in the trees, remove my tension and let me be free. Oh, love that. Love that, love that. We'll put that one here. Let's see your next deck. We have my pile number one. What? For some reason, did I call you guys number 3? I don't think that I did. Why is number 3? I feel like I said that. I'm not sure. If so, I'm sorry. Pile number 1. But for my pile number 1s, what is it that you suggest they do next? I'm feeling this card back here. We have Corn Mother, the seed. Okay. We will grab her guidebook and I will read you her story. She is I believe, is she an Aztec goddess? I believe she is an Aztec goddess who made of corn, and she sacrifices part of herself in order to feed her starving village when they're going through, I believe, a drought or going through a hard time. She sacrifices parts of herself in order to make sure everyone's taken care of. So yes, here we go. Corn Mother. Caretaking, nourishment, and sacrifice. So the story of the Corn Mother is a creation myth from the Abenaki and Penobscot peoples. Oh, I'm sorry. Abenaki, not Aztec. Let's see. Rooted in an agricultural tradition, she saved her people from starvation by rubbing corn kernels off her body to produce a harvest. Okay. I'm hearing you had like this, it says her advice here. I'm just picking through because it's a bit wordy. It says, you have so much to give, but may fear how others will receive your gift. Corn Mother offers you strength and courage to share your gift with the world. You are safe and protected. By offering someone else love and kindness, you are also offering yourself those same things, you guys. Talking about how, you might have talents. This says hidden talents here. There's something about you that is there's some sort of talent you have that is meant to be a gift to be shared with the world here. And talking too about offering someone else love and kindness, you're also offering yourself those same things. And we have Kind Koala talking about self-care and mindfulness here, okay? Really interesting to see these synchronicities here for you all. But I'm definitely feeling what to do next. It sounds like, it's time to begin to embrace these new talents or hidden talents, new talents, that gifts even that you have been given. I'm hearing that have been illuminated recently too. These are relatively new, I'm hearing. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say much more. Let's go ahead and get your tarot cards. Let's see, I've got a couple decks over here. I'm trying to decide, feel it out. I feel like the Crow Tarot is going to be what you need today. So let's get some cards talking about this situation, okay? We're going to get some cards talking about the situation that your guides are wanting to point out. Excuse me. And then we will be getting cards talking about what it is that they actually want you to do next. Okay. So I don't just want to find out what it is you should do next, because they're, like I had kind of said in the intro, a lot of times when we're at a crossroads like that, that's happening in multiple areas of our life. Okay. So it's good to kind of flesh it out and get a little bit more detail so we know kind of what's being referenced here. Okay. So we don't have to do any sort of like guessing or mind twisting in order to try to make it fit, right? Something I do want to say, I don't say it all the time, but I think it's important to say it occasionally. These are general readings meant for the collective. So there's going to be a lot of people sitting here watching this video at some point. So there may be some messages in here that don't resonate. That's totally fine. Okay. Those messages are just meant for somebody else watching this reading with you. All right. So take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. If you do want something a little bit more personalized, or significantly more personalized rather, and you are interested, I do offer personal readings on my Etsy. I have a lot of different little categories, but if you see something on there, or rather if you don't see something on there that you would like to see, just send me a message on there. Let me know and I can create a custom item for you. Lots of different ways I can work with you guys to make sure that you all get the messages that you're meant to hear. Okay. I'm more than happy to work with you all to make that happen. So anyways, and that's in the description box down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and find out what it is you're supposed to do, or what it is to do next, and what area of your life this is occurring in. So starting with what area of your life, okay, let's go ahead and find that out, what it is your guides are wanting to refer to specifically. So here we go. I'm already feeling I feel like you have a really active pile number one. Okay, I'm seeing just those three. Oh, 4 as far as the situation goes. So, this one, did you guys see that move? Please tell me you saw that move. 5 for this situation, okay, that they're talking about here. So let's start here. We have, these cards don't like to be picked up. We have the 7 of Pentacles, okay. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, yeah, self-care, relaxation, maybe feeling a little bit burnt out, okay, all right. Ooh, my sleeves are smacking things around, guys. Okay. All right. And sorry if I sound a little bit gross, you all. My allergies, it's been unseasonably warm where I'm at, and my allergies have just been a nightmare. Usually by now, a freeze has come through and kind of killed off all the things that make my body unhappy. And it has not happened yet. Okay. We have the Sun. Beautiful. And then this last card here, this was the card that was moving all around for you all. Let's see here. I feel like this is just extra. Maybe if we need a clarifier, this will be it for us. So I'm just going to sit her right here. She can hang out there, and we are going to go ahead and talk about this. So definitely something going on in your, I would say, your work life, or something that has to do with finances, material world here, with the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, okay? So what I'm seeing here, what your guides are wanting to talk about, or the situation that they are wanting to point out, okay? As far as, excuse me, see, that's what I was talking about, you guys. I wanted to warn you. As far as what to do next, okay, the situation that they are going to be referring to has to do with either your job, your career, your finances. If you're a student, this can be your studies, maybe your major, anything within the realm of the material, okay? The physical, the material, okay? This is what they're wanting to point out here to you. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you all, and what they're saying, what they're wanting to point out here, what they're wanting to speak to rather, is this feeling of dissatisfaction with with the outcome of the work that you've put in. It's a feeling of lack. It's a feeling of scarcity, 100% here with the Five of Pentacles, okay? Five of Pentacles talks about having a scarcity mindset, feeling like you're out in the cold all by yourself, nothing's going right, nothing is good, nothing is going to plan. When in actuality, it's not that it's necessarily all in your head. It's just that help is not that far away. Help is not that far off. You're not as out alone in the cold as you feel like you are, okay, as it may initially seem. So your guides are wanting to talk about a situation, a job situation, work situation. Like I said, could be a lot of different things within that category, where you're feeling a lack. Perhaps you're feeling a lack of compensation. Maybe you're feeling like you're not being compensated fairly for your talents, for what it is that you bring to the table, for the amount of sacrifice, self-sacrifice, and I'm hearing knowledge, expertise. I just feel like I'm seeing here that you all are... There's some sort of dissatisfaction with this. It feels like you're not getting the promotions you thought you would. You're not getting the raises you thought you would. Or you're just, like I said, simply being compensated unfairly. There's this feeling of lack, this feeling of having put in a lot of work, but not really seeing the, like the real true fruits of your labor, okay? And as a result, there's a feeling of burnout here. You're feeling burnt out, you're feeling tired, you're feeling worn down, okay? Excuse me, let me take a drink of my tea real fast, you guys. I am so sorry. I almost didn't even sit down to do a reading, and then I felt like that I just felt so strongly that I needed to, so hopefully it's not too much of a pain that I'm sounding a little gross. I'm sorry, you guys. So anyways, you guys are feeling burnt out over this. This has been I'm hearing it's been a really heavy burden. It's been, I'm hearing the word excessive is coming up. Like, this is a situation that at first it was bearable, but now it's starting to feel excessive. It's starting to feel over the top. It's starting to feel too much to handle. It's burning you out. And something that you previously loved it's like a shadow being cast over the sun, okay? Like with the crow flying over the sun, it's like it's casting a shadow is what I'm seeing here. It's casting a shadow, and it's taking something that you previously loved, and it's like warped it. It's changed it. It's burnt you out, and you're not feeling that same love and passion that you once did, because you are being run down and you feel like you are not being treated fairly, compensated fairly. I keep hearing compensation. So there's something going on. Now, if you are in school and you're a student, this could be putting in a lot of effort in your studies, in your projects, in your papers, and then feeling like a teacher is grading you unfairly. They're grading you too harshly. They're being harsher with you or towards you than they are to other students. You feel like there's some sort of, there's a lack there, and it's burning you out. And something that, maybe these were classes that you previously had a lot of passion for, or the subject material was something you had a passion for, but it's just starting to feel like a burden. It's starting to feel, just like a really heavy weight. Like you are just down and out. You're getting burnt out. And I mean, this makes sense. We are coming into the holidays. Burnout is so real. Seasonal affective disorder, so real as well. Okay. With us seeing way less sunlight daily, just as human beings, it's so important for us to be out and in the sun and get that nourishment, really, and literally scientifically nourishment from the sun. Okay. So, it just really, it seems here like your situation is one in which you're just feeling burnt out. That's what I'm seeing here. Now I did like kind of touch this card. It moved. I was thinking about the sun, and I'm like, I'd really like to know a little bit more about the sun card in relation to all these others, because it does seem like a very different energy, though as I'm reading it, I do feel like there's something heavy, like blocking the sun, blocking you from experiencing the true vibrancy of life that you could be experiencing. So let's find out here, learn a little bit more about this sun card. We have the Lovers. Sorry guys, it is in I got these cards when I traveled to Germany. I speak a minor, very little amount of German, but I do have to look at the cards for a minute and be like, wait, what's that one? The Lovers. Okay. All right. So a choice here. All right. Oh. Okay. The sun right here too. Look at that. Okay, so what I'm hearing, you guys, sometimes I feel like I'm the one who gets chosen to channel the heavier, tell it like it is messages. Maybe it's just because of my personality and my chart, but why am I always the bearer of bad news? Okay, it's not really bad news. It sounds a little harsh and it might sound a little invalidating, but it's a really important message for you all. This sun being blocked here, okay, your guides are saying that it's a choice. Now, this does not address the burnout, and we are going to find out what they suggest you do next. Sounds like self-care is going to be a big thing, but I don't think that's the most practical thing to hear when you are struggling with something that is impacting your finances, your career, your stability, your security here. You know, that's a big deal. Those are kind of BFDs. So, we'll absolutely learn more about all of this for you all and what to do next and practical advice other than just self-care, because self-care is wonderful, but you know, it doesn't always solve there's a lot of nuance there. But anyways, so what I'm hearing here with the sun coming out and the Lovers right here with it, this is talking about choosing every day to see the sun, to be happy. It's kind of, it's a gentle message, but it can kind of feel a little harsh and heavy when you're going through something, and it's obviously easier said than done, but I'm hearing that, okay, when external motivation fails or fails you, isn't doing you any good, it's not there, you really have to rely on your internal willpower, your internal discipline, your internal state. You have to choose to be happy. When the external is not, when it's not what we were hoping for, when it feels really heavy, this is not to say that there needs to be some sort of toxic spiritual bypassing going on, but this is to say that there are days when you do have, like being happy is a conscious choice. Sometimes it has to be. You know, we can't rely on external circumstances and people to be our source of happiness, to be our sun. We have to find this within ourselves. We have to choose this. We have to wake up in the morning and go, wow, you know what? I have to go to that job again, but you know, at least I have a roof over my head, or at least it's about cultivating gratitude for what we do have, which I know can be very challenging in the moment. And just looking for the bright side, looking for the silver lining is what I'm hearing, looking for the sun, choosing happiness, choosing happiness. Here. So perhaps really what this is saying in this situation is that choosing happiness has been really challenging. You're feeling burnt out. This has burnt you. The situation's burnt you out, and choosing happiness has felt really challenging. So let's go ahead and get those cards talking about what they suggest you do next. All right. So 2, 3, I did feel this one. 4. Okay. So we have the King of Cups, okay? let's see, I want to make sure we have plenty of room here. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Your fate is changing. It's like things are shifting, energy shifting, your fate is changing. New energy on the horizon. You will be moving out of this is what I'm hearing. We have the Seven of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. All right. So pile number one, what it is that they suggest you do next. Okay. We're talking here, one of the things that they really suggest that you do, and I feel like each card has its own individual message here. Okay. So number one, this is talking about balancing your emotional state, remaining in tune with your emotions, but also grounded as well, okay? The King of Cups is very in tune with his emotions, but he is also very grounded, all right? He does not get swept away in the waves of emotions. He rides it out like this little sailboat here, or this little dolphin or fish here, whatever that exactly is, this little aquatic animal here, okay? Navigating the waters of his emotions, of others' emotions as well, navigating those as a skilled sailor, okay? I'm hearing smooth waters never make or rarely make a skilled sailor. So it's a hard thing to have to hear, but this is a big period of growth for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, okay? So this is a big period of growth for you. This is going to be something that I'm hearing it's gonna like... The wheels of fate are turning. Your luck is changing. So if you have felt like you're not being recognized for your achievements, for your sacrifices, your talents are not being received or recognized for the magnitude that they are. Like I'm hearing that you guys are very, very talented people and you have a lot to share with the world in however, like whatever field or interest you have, okay? You have a lot to share with the world, but you feel like you're being unappreciated, burnt out, of course. That is the tide is changing. I'm hearing the tide is changing, energy is changing and shifting. I'm hearing you will not be in this for very long, but it is important to manage your emotions, okay? Don't drown in your emotions, all right? I'm also hearing, interesting. I'm hearing to detach emotionally from this a little bit. Ground yourself a little bit more. Ground yourself a little bit more here with this. Inspect your emotions. I'm not saying to just straight up intellectualize these emotions and not feel them, but I think there is a message here that they need, that your mindset does need to be, you need to observe that. I'm hearing you need to just kind of observe it, observe where you're at mentally, observe what type of self-talk you have going on. Where are you stuck mentally? What I'm hearing, like, what things do you keep repeating in your head? What are you ruminating on? Are the things that you're concerned about, is there anything that you can actually do about those? Like, just check your mindset here is what I am seeing, okay? Check your mindset. Find a nice balance between head and heart, okay, is what I'm hearing here with the King of Cups, all right? And then, yeah, kind of like we talked about, Wheel of Fortune, talking about how your fate is changing. Things are changing, okay? You will not be stuck in this energy for a long period of time. And this is coming out underneath this burnout card, okay? The Four of Swords. So I'm hearing here that this is not, I know it feels right now that this energy might last forever, because when we're in the depths of something like that, it does. It's like, oh my God, will this ever end? Like each day, it's the same thing I'm I'm so burnt out. I'm so exhausted. I'm so done. Any and all passion I had for this, gone. Right? I mean, I've been there. And it is rough. That's why, like, with some of these cards, I'm having to take a moment here because I want to make sure and word this in a way that is not invalidating your experience, but also delivering the messages that your guides are wanting you to know. Are wanting you to hear here, because they're really important and it can change your whole life. You know, mental diet is such a big deal. It is so important to observe our thoughts, become the observer, observe our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. Where are they coming from? You know, are these just knee-jerk reactions to things that have happened in the past? Now, I'm not saying that that's your situation. I don't think these are knee-jerk reactions by any means. I think it is very, very valid. In fact, your guides are showing us here that your concerns, your burnout, very valid, very, very valid. They're validating it. They're acknowledging it. They do want you to know that they see your struggles. Okay. I think it's why they've come through to give you this message. And guys, my left shoulder is hurting so bad, right around like the top, like my traps, I guess. Oh my gosh. And I'm not sitting weird, but my shoulder, that muscle is burning. I think you guys feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders right now. Just, trying to decide what to do next. And that leads me to my next point, or this next card here with these 7 of Swords. It is time to begin gathering your thoughts, gathering information, okay? Gathering your thoughts and gathering information is what I'm hearing here. Let's find out a little clarification for that. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, all right. All right, Knight of Swords here underneath this, or clarifying our 7 of Swords. So gathering information there. Okay. All right. All right, so, sorry, I'm laughing at myself. It sounds like I'm channeling Matthew McConaughey over here. So, anyways, I'm having such a hard time staying focused, you guys. I think that is also something going on for you. I mean, my God, it's like you have been through so much, and it's to the point where you're like, I can't even focus on this anymore. I can't even force myself to focus on this anymore. Everything is a welcome distraction. That's what I'm hearing. It's what I'm feeling for you all. And I just want to say that I see you, pile number 1. I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have been here before. Maybe that's why this is the message. Maybe I'm the one that was chosen to deliver this message, because I have been here before. Y'all, I was a healthcare worker. I get it. Talk about being overworked and undercompensated. Good Lord. I am so sorry. I'm burnt out. Okay. I think you guys have a general idea of how you can maybe get out of this. That's what it appears here. You guys have been thinking, okay, what can I do to get myself out of this situation, because it's burning me out and I can't keep doing this. I can't keep going like I'm going now, or I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know if I can keep living this life if it has to stay like this. I'm hearing you guys, so you guys have kind of come up with something. You've been gathering some information about other alternatives to this job, or this career path, or this major, or this whatever. You've been gathering information, or maybe you've kind of thought about it. Maybe you're like, oh, I sound so gross. Maybe you kind of thought about it. You were like, I could look and see what other opportunities are available for me in my area. Maybe I can look at some job listings. Maybe I can, see what's out there. And I'm kind of hearing that you've already thought about this, or you're already kind of doing this. I think there's part of you here. There's some of you who have already started this process and kind of looked into your other options. And there are some of you who have been thinking about it, but you haven't actually done it yet. Like, you haven't typed it into the search on Google and said, this job, this position near me, or whatever city it is, the, nearest city that you live in. So I think there's been, like I said, wanting to do that, wanting to look at that, but maybe a bit of hesitation. The Knight of Swords here is telling you to go for it. It is telling you that you've got the right idea. You have the right idea. And I think this is why your fate is changing. I think this is why the energy is moving and shifting. You're taking action. You're saying, you know what? I am not going to stay in this position anymore. I am going to choose me. Oh, wow. That hit different. I don't know why, guys. That gave me chills. I am going to choose me. I'm going to choose my best interest. I mean, choosing yourself, that is self-care. Saying, you know what? Maybe what I'm doing at this job feels noble, but it's destroying me. It's killing me, and I can't keep doing it. And I'm not even being paid fairly for all this work that I'm doing, okay? Your guides are saying you're on the right track. You're on the right track. If you've been wanting to look for other jobs, look for other opportunities, look at other career paths, look at other majors, look at, whatever it is for your specific situation, they're saying that that is an excellent idea, and they strongly suggest you do it, and that you do it fairly quickly, okay? They suggest that you should prioritize this. Prioritize getting yourself, I'm hearing getting the hell out of this situation. It is not good for you. It is not healthy for you. I'm also hearing here there might be some of you that you've been kind of on the fence about seeking help for your mental health. And I am hearing here that if that's you, this is your confirmation. Oh, I'm getting chills up my spine. This is your confirmation to go seek professional help. Allow someone in so that they can help you navigate this situation. They can provide you with some coping mechanisms in order to cope with this situation while you get yourself out. And maybe they also can provide you with some really good advice, some really good counsel as to how to move forward in this situation. And they can validate your experience as well. So if there's any of you who are on the fence, like I always advocate for taking care of your mental health and seeking help, okay? There's one, two, I don't know, there's just a couple of people here I'm hearing who they just needed that little extra push. They just needed someone to say, yes, that is a good idea. I know it sounds scary. I know it sounds, I'm hearing like, I don't know why I'm hearing the word obnoxious. Maybe some of you feel that way about counseling or psychology or mental health. I'm not sure, but it's not over the top. It's not dramatic. It's not excessive to go ask for help and go get some good help. They will help you. They will give you some coping mechanisms to stay nice and grounded as you navigate these waters, these emotions that come up while you go through this situation. They will give you coping mechanisms and teach you how to wake up and choose happiness, even when it's kind of hard to choose happiness that day. They will help you with this. They will provide you with some coping mechanisms, okay? I'm hearing that some of you are concerned that you might run into a counselor who is not good at what they do. I am hearing a message come through that is saying, yes, there are plenty of them out there who aren't wonderful, but there are also just as many who are passionate about helping people. Maybe some who have been through this situation. I mean, to be quite honest, therapists and counselors, they low-key work in healthcare too. I mean, they're a slave in the US, they're a slave to the healthcare system also, guys. They have their hands tied a lot of times, and they're also find themselves overworked and undercompensated too, okay? So you might find a little bit of, I'm hearing camaraderie. They can say, wow, yeah, I've been there, I get you. Here's some things that can really help you navigate this, okay? So, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent, but it needed to be said. It absolutely was necessary that I say all of that. So anyways, take action though, you guys. Take action on this idea. Run with it. If you have been looking for other opportunities, go do that, okay? If you've been thinking about doing that, do that, all right? Your guides really want you to know that I'm hearing here that you're going to have to save yourself. No one's going to come riding in on a white horse to save you. you're going to have to, pick up that sword and save yourself. But you can, absolutely. You're being given resources here. The Ace of Swords here, resources, new ideas, a fresh mindset, a fresh outlook, okay? You're going to be refreshed, revitalized mentally here. And your fate is changing. Your guides want you to know that. So allow this wheel to turn. Help the wheel to turn by, I'm hearing help the wheel to turn by helping yourself. Update your resume, get yourself out there, start networking if that's what you need to do, start applying for jobs, talk to someone about changing your major, talk to someone about changing your, oh, look at that move, you all, when I said that. I think there are some of you here who are in school and you're feeling burnt out and you're like, oh my God, I don't think this major is right for me. You guys, you don't have to, don't worry about what other people say. That changing your major or your career path. Don't listen to them. They're not living your life. You are. You're the one who has to wake up every morning and do that. Not anybody else. Not anybody else who has an opinion on it. Okay? So if you're not happy, if this is not serving you, which it definitely looks like it is not, it looks like it's a very unhealthy environment for you to be in, get out of it, okay? Take action. Your guides want you to. They want you to take action. Look at that, you all. I could not make this up. There's nothing here, you guys. Oh my God. Your pile, insane, crazy, insane here. I do feel like, look at that, you all. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I'm so glad it's being caught on camera. Sometimes things like that happen and I'm like, oh, I wasn't recording. I wish I was. Okay. I feel like we need to get a final message. We need to close off with a final message. And I'm hearing, let me grab an oracle deck. I'm hearing that there's an oracle deck that I'm hearing we need to grab, and I'm going to grab that for you. I will be right back. Okay. All right. So I have this other oracle deck. I'm just hearing, I haven't looked at, I don't know. I do not know what card is on the bottom, but I am hearing grab that bottom card and that's it. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know. We're just going to listen to what's going on here. So bottom card, let's find out. Number 9, chamomile, inner peace. You guys, you have to prioritize your inner peace. And look at this, the sun and the moon. And if we look here, we've got the sun over here. And we have a big moon right here. So a nice balance between action and intuition, between action and rest. So I think your guides absolutely want you to prioritize self-care. Do the things that make you feel good. Do the things that fill your cup. All right. Do the things that fill your cup in order to help combat this current energy that you're kind of having to deal with. All right. But do not, I'm hearing, don't allow yourself to stagnate. Don't allow yourself to settle. You do not have to settle for this situation. There are plenty of other opportunities out there for you, okay? Action needs to be taken, okay? And then we have inner peace. Prioritize your inner peace. And we see here number 9, and that is, it's like the ending. It's like the ending of a chapter, okay? And then we have 10 here with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, where we've got new energy coming in, something new, all right? So that's what I'm hearing here. Prioritize your inner peace, okay? I'm hearing if you do any sort of energy work, you can work with chamomile. That might be something you want to look into. Or maybe that's something that you like. Maybe you like a good cup of chamomile tea, and that's something that it's just a small little thing that just brings a lot of enjoyment, okay? Do that. Indulge. I'm hearing indulge in that. You deserve it. You've been through a lot, and it's time to indulge yourself a little bit and begin to move out of this situation. Your guides want you to take action and get yourself out of this, okay? So pile number 1, this is what I'm seeing for you all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos that I put out. You can hit that little bell icon too. I will be releasing a 2024 video pretty soon. I think I'm going to break that up into we're going to look at different few different videos. We'll look at a few different times of the year. I might break it up into thirds or fourths for 2024. I'm also going to be putting a January video out as well, what you can expect in January. So if you're wanting to know kind of how this is supposed to go, or what's kind of going to happen with this, what's kind of forecast to happen with this, definitely hang out on the channel. Check those out. They will be coming out soon. And then also, like I said, if you are wanting any personal messages, anything a little more personalized for you in your current situation, I've got that personal reading link in the description box down below, okay? And that is my only link, all right? So if you see, I know that it happens to tarot readers all the time on YouTube. I will not respond to your comments and say, hey, go to this link and pay me for your and book a reading, or I will not do that. I will not DM you. I will not reach out to you. Like that's some salesy shit I don't do, guys. I do not do that. I think that's so off-putting. So if somebody is doing that on this channel, they are scamming you, okay? You come to me and let me know if you want my help, and I'm happy to help you. So yeah, that Etsy link is down below, you guys. But anyways, like I said, thank you all so much for being here. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities, and this Rose Quartz. So today we are going to find out what it is that you need to do next, what your guides suggest you do next in your current situation. So we will get a couple more oracle cards for you. We'll get your tarot cards, and we will kind of break this up into a couple of parts. So first, I'm going to get some cards talking about the specific situation. The situation that they're wanting to draw your attention to, okay? And then we will get those cards, the messages about what it is that they would like you to do next, what they suggest you do next in order to maybe free yourself from something going on, or, you know, whatever that is. So if you've kind of been in a place where you're like, I don't really know what to do next, this is the perfect reading for you, my friends. So Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities, Rose Quartz here as well. So let's go ahead and put this over here. I am going to grab your other decks that we're going to use. Let me shuffle this one for you all for my pile number 2s, and I just feel... There we go. Okay, so pile number 2. What? Ooh, okay. What should they do next? Here we go. We have Lilith, Monster, the Renegade. Ooh, okay. Oh, look, there's some skulls here. Imagery of that here, as well as your primary card. Okay. Okay, here we go. I want to make sure you can see that. Let's get your other oracle card here. I'm going to do a good little shuffle with this one as well, or just kind of a mini shuffle. I don't know. Just what feels right. And this little front card popping out. So what do we have? Jolly Jellyfish, Acceptance, Faith, Transparency. Fluid form floating in the sea, release my doubt and let my light shine. Ooh, let my light shine. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to grab the guidebook so I can read you guys a little snippet of Lilith's, there we go. Read her story, a little bit of her story to you all. For those of you who are unfamiliar, let me find her in here. Okay, so Lilith, the Renegade. This says scapegoating, defiance, and insubordination. So her story, from Jewish and ancient Mesopotamian lore, Lilith is the oft unmentioned first wife of Adam. Her wanton sexual desires eventually led her to leave Eden and birth an army of demons. Okay. Lilith is invoking the inner rebel in you, the one who takes what they want, asserts their needs, and knows their boundaries. Oof. Ooh, love it. You are not bad or wrong for not doing what everyone else says you should. Be seduced by your own power. Ugh. Infinite possibilities with your power. Infinite possibilities with what you can do. You have so much personal power, pile number 2. I can like feel it radiating through your pile. You have so much too with the rose quartz here. You have so much self-love, so much love for yourself, okay? I think you have a hard time, or rather, I actually think everyone else seems to have a hard time with your personal power. You don't really have a hard time with it. You'd be happy to embrace it if it didn't, I'm hearing if it didn't intimidate others. Maybe you hear sometimes that you're intimidating. Maybe some people are like, oh, I didn't know what to think about you when I first met you. I thought you might be mean. Yeah, so much personal power here. Pile number 2. Wow, like you are full of it, of personal power. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab your tarot cards here. Let's see, this is the deck that I want to use for you all. So, and I do feel like we just need to do a quick little shuffle like we did before with those other decks. There we go. Okay. Let me get a drink of tea real fast, you all. My allergies have been so terrible. It's been seasonably unwarm, seasonably mild, seasonably warm. No. Unseasonably warm. Why am I mixing my words up? Are people making you like doubt yourself and stumble on your words? There's someone, okay, we'll keep that in mind. But anyways, it's been unseasonably warm where I live and the allergies have just intensified. And so I am so ready for a good freeze to come through and like knock all this pollen out for a bit because it's killing me, y'all. So, okay. Let's get your tarot cards now. We'll get some cards talking about the situation. So for my pile number 2s, I see this one, that one, this guy, and this one. Oh, and that one wants to come too. I feel like these are extras. We're just going to let them sit there. Maybe they'll be our clarifiers for your other cards. So let's find out. We have the Ace of Cups. Ooh, okay. We have the Six of Wands. This is like, you guys have such a beautiful energy. Pile number 2, you guys are so awesome. I don't know. Page of Pentacles. I just feel like you guys have just this beautiful energy. Like, I don't know. I feel like we would be friends if we like knew each other personally. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So there's something that you've really been, there's a desire, there's like a desire or fire or like something has been ignited within you. Okay. And it's this deep desire. It's something that would truly fill your cup to the point of overflowing. Okay. There's this desire for something for like within your life. Okay. Something that gives you a lot of recognition, public recognition. It's also something that you'd like to be able, like you'd like to use it to pay your bills. This could also be for some of you, there's this excitement here. It's so interesting, you all. Because there's like an excitement about this new opportunity. There's like so many opportunities coming in your life. Like, I think I'm hearing that you guys are like, I think with this personal power, you guys end up getting a lot of recognition. I think you guys stand out, okay? You stand out, and I think that intimidates other people. And I think there are other people who are trying to knock you off balance. I do feel like I'd like a clarifier for you all over this Page of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. So I think that's what we're going to do here. I feel this is our Page of Pentacle clarifier and our 2. So Page of Pentacle, we have Ace of Swords. Wow, 2 aces. Okay. Yeah, it's like an idea that you have. There's some sort of beautiful, brilliant idea. And this is an idea that This is an idea that like has the potential to pay your bills. It's an idea that it's something you could make money off of, is what I'm hearing. There's something that you're really wanting. You're really wanting something in life. Or maybe you'd really like to be in the public eye. You'd really like to have public recognition for your talents. And you have this great idea and you're like, you know what? If I could pull this off, I could literally pay my bills with this. But there's a balancing act that's being done, having to be done here. And we have the 7 of Wands. Oh, yeah. The opinions of others. The opinions of others. It's like these are all of their loud ass opinions about what it is that you should be doing. And a lot of their recommendations for you, it's like they're trying to keep you small. Or make you small. Because I don't think they're keeping you small because you're not small. You've never been small. Pile number 2. You might be someone who people are like, oh, you're too much. Or maybe people make you feel sometimes like you're too much. First of all, you're not too much. Maybe you're too much for them. But that has to do with their own insecurities and their own bullshit. That does not have to do with yours at all. Those are not your emotions to manage, is what I'm trying to get at here. And I feel like that's a message that needs to be, that your guides are wanting to convey to you, that their emotions, like you do not have to manage other people's emotions. One of my favorite things to say to people, because I think it's so true, and I hear it all the time whenever someone comes to me for advice about their life and you know, like, oh, I want to do this, but you know, mom and dad are going to say that, or these people might say this, or, you know, but what will these people think? I always say it's not their life, it's yours. They don't have to live it. They don't have to wake up in the morning and live that life you do. So you pick the life that you want to live. And to be honest, one of those days, those people, those naysayers, they're going to be gone. And it's just going to be you with your life choices. At the end of the day, will you be happy with the choices that you've made for yourself? Because those people will be gone. They will not be in your life forever. Whether that's because, you know, things come and go and someone's just not, you know, they won't be in your life forever in that way, by choice, or maybe because, you know, we're not immortal. We don't live forever. So even our loved ones, you know, parents, grandparents, you know, honestly, even siblings, we just don't live forever. They may not be here forever. You know, I mean, that's kind of morbid, but I don't feel that uncomfortable saying that to you guys, because I really felt like we needed to use this deck for your pile. I did not use this deck for pile number 1. And I didn't even think about the fact that it has all these skulls, depictions of skulls in it, but then you have Lilith, and then you have the skull of stars. Like, you all are like little badasses is what I feel like. I love y'all so much already, and I don't even know you. Anyways, I think there are people trying to make you small. And it's like this balancing act. You're trying to balance between, and look, even here, he's balancing up here. He's balancing. That's not always depicted in the 7 of Wands either. But I think you guys are trying to balance, like trying to balance or make a compromise between what it is that you truly desire and what it is that everyone else has to say about it. And you are stuck in this spot and you're like, my God, I just really don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where to go from here. I have this wonderful idea. I think it's something that would literally pay my bills. It would be so fulfilling. I think it's something that would put you in the public eye. Give you some sort of public recognition. Perhaps you're interested in being a content creator. Who knows? It could be any number of things. Because there are a lot of different people watching this, a lot of different energies. If you do want a little bit more personal information, I do offer personal readings. Description box, you know, down below, it has my Etsy link. I will not contact you for a reading or anything like that, but there is that link there. It's my only link, so don't let someone scam y'all. That Etsy link, Daisy Fox Tarot, that's it, you guys, okay? But anyways, moving on. I usually don't say anything about that in the middle of the reading, but I felt like, you know, if you guys want some extra personalized information, advice, guidance from your guides, then I can do that. I can help you guys with that. But anyways, I think you guys are in this spot. You've kind of come to a crossroads where you're like, okay, do I choose, like, in order to do this right, I really need to choose my own path and do it my own way. But if I do that, there might be some people who don't want to take this journey with me. There might be some people who might not be too happy about my choice. There might be some people who are going to be really loud and in my ear because I'm choosing this path rather than the path that they were wanting for me. That's what the situation looks like, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get some tarot cards for you all as far as what it is your guides suggest you do next. This one, ooh, okay. We'll do that one, and then, okay, those 2 back there. You have a really active, interesting pile. I feel that one too. This is a lot of cards, but it's what I'm hearing. It's what I'm feeling. So let's go ahead here. What fits we'll work with. I think this one needs to be a final message. We're going to set her right there. Okay. So we have the star, a little bit of imagery on here that I'm going to have to cover up for YouTube, but we have the star. Follow your hopes and dreams, you guys. Oh my gosh. Follow your hopes and dreams. Let me get that little sticker. I will be right back. All right. So follow your hopes and dreams, okay? Also a message here, especially because of the nudity, being vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, okay? That can be really scary, especially when you've got some not so supportive people in your corner, in your ear, all right? But your guides are saying, follow your hopes and dreams. It's okay to be vulnerable in this moment. You are protected. You are guided. This is also the card associated with the sign of Aquarius. So the other message I'm hearing come through here with that, don't be afraid to be yourself. Be yourself. Step into who you truly are. Step into your true power. Let your light shine. There's so many possibilities, infinite possibilities that will open up for you when you truly embrace your own personal power and you don't hide your light. I'm hearing that you've been kind of dimming your light in order to make people more comfortable with being around you. And that makes me sad for you because that's so unfair. It's just so unfair that that people have put you in a position where you feel like you have to do that, where you feel like you have to keep yourself small so you don't intimidate others. I'm sorry, pile number 2. That is so sad. Then we have 7 of Swords here. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we have, and then we'll talk about that one. 9 of Wands as well. Okay, all right. 6 of Cups. Yeah. And then 9 of Swords. Okay. All right. So the message for you, what to do next, pile number 2. First of all, like we had talked about with the star, follow your dreams, follow your hopes. Okay. That's first and foremost. Be your true authentic self. Do not care about, I don't know if do not care, because that's so challenging and that's so much easier said than done. People pleasing tendencies though, really, I think it's something that you're going to need to evaluate, to observe, to take a look at. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but so yeah, be yourself, be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Do not dim your light in order to make someone else feel like they are brighter, bigger, better, bolder. that's not fair to you. I'm hearing it's not fair to your inner child either. This process, like it's time to start doing some inner child work here with the Six of Cups. Okay. So that's something that they want you to know. That's something that they want you to start doing. Okay. Do some shadow work. Don't be afraid of your shadow either. Lilith was definitely not afraid of her shadow by any means. And you can even see that in the imagery of this card. I mean, she is a bad bitch. She really is. Don't be afraid of your shadow. Look that right in the eye. I'm hearing be friends with your shadow. Embrace your shadow. Interesting. So 7 of Swords here, 9 of Wands as well. You've been, okay. All right. Let me gather the thoughts here because there's lots of messages coming through. And one of the big ones I'm seeing here, particularly with the 7 of Swords, is do it anyway. Go about it in what am I trying to say? What am I hearing here? It's kind of a bizarre message coming through, but it's like you don't have to tell them what you're doing. You don't have to let people know your every move. You don't have to let them know every move that you're doing. Maybe they're just seeing these 2 swords here. Maybe they're just seeing these 2 things that you're doing, and that's all you're allowing them to see while you've got these other 5 swords with you, okay? Such a specific message coming through, but you do not have to report every move, every action to these people. They do not have to be in your business. You do not have to let them be in your business. It is your business and not theirs. So if you find yourself kind of overindulging information about your life to others, especially some of these people, I think that sometimes what happens is we're trying to find connection when we do that. We're wanting connection and maybe even a little bit of external validation from our loved ones, from the people who matter to us, okay? The people we care about most. We're wanting a little bit of external validation from them. But what happens sometimes is that people come in and they just don't, they're just not capable of that in that moment. They're not capable of that. They've got their own hangups. They've got their own trauma. They've got their own issues, their own emotions, their own big feelings about it. Okay. And they're not in a position to support us, at all. Sometimes it's like at all, they're not in a position to support us. I don't want to flood your reading with like my own stuff by any means at all, but this is very much how I felt starting this channel. I just kind of did it. I just did it and I did not tell anybody about it. And if someone asked me directly, like, oh, what's that, what's that setup that you got over there? I'll tell them, but there's only 3 people in my whole life who know that I do this. Because I know I have a lot of people in my life who would not be happy about it. They would feel some type of way about it because of their beliefs, their traditions that they grew up with. This is not something that they would be okay with. Okay. But this is something that is my passion. This is something that I love doing. I mean, I'm sitting down at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday night, allergies, sore throat and all, and I'm doing this because I love doing it. I'm enjoying every minute of it. It is something that truly fills my cup. It is something that I love. I love doing this, and I'm going to do it anyway. And if I need to do it without people seeing, I don't need to tell someone my every single move. It's not their life, it's mine. They don't have to wake up in the morning and live my life. I do. So I'm going to do the things that fill me up. I'm going to do the things that fill my cup. I'm going to do the things that give me joy. I'm going to do the things that I feel passionate about. And I'm hearing that I'm hearing that I need to share that with you because I want you to know that you can do that as well. You do not have to divulge every single thing that you do to these people. Okay? You can build a wall and keep them out. And this doesn't mean that you have to cut people off, but it just means that there's certain information that you just do not share with them. There's just certain information that these people don't need to know. And that's what I'm hearing here. You need to build a wall, a boundary. Oh, that's it. You need to set a boundary, pile number 2. You need to set a boundary with these people. And maybe this is a boundary that You know, sometimes there are some boundaries that need to be explicitly communicated, and there are other boundaries that we set that we just say, okay, I'm abiding by this boundary. You know, I have people in my life that I do not let them know every single thing that I'm doing. I do not tell them every single move I'm making in my life. Why? Because they're very opinionated. They're very opinionated. They'll spread the information around. The next thing I know, I've got multiple people in my ear telling me what they think about what I'm doing and how it's something that they wouldn't do and they wouldn't suggest it. Well, no, of course you wouldn't do it. It's not your life, it's mine. And that's just a little tangent. But I'm very passionate about people following their true north and not listening to all of the other assholes out there telling them that what they're wanting, oh, that's not for you. Says who? What, says the person who's not even doing it? Bye. Goodbye. I do not need that. I do not want to hear it. You know, there are people in my life that I love, that I want to keep in my life. And in order to have a good relationship with them, I set a boundary where I just don't overshare. I just don't overshare about what it is I'm doing. I don't overshare about all of my stuff that I'm doing because, well, I mean, quite frankly, it's none of their damn business. And if they're not going to be supportive, then I don't want to hear it. You know, if I'm not doing anything to harm anyone else, if I'm not doing anything inherently, you know, anything wrong or harmful to anyone, then why does it matter so much to them? So I'm hearing here, you need to start making moves on this privately. And you need to set a boundary. And with the way these skulls are facing this way, like you could turn around and you could see these skulls, these wands, this boundary. This might need to be like a kind of an implicit, like something that you're not explicitly stating where, hey, yeah, I'm setting a boundary where you do not tell me what to do with my life. That's not going to work, guys. This is a boundary where you just kind of stop talking about it. And if they're like, oh, so did you make a decision? You just be like, nah, you know, I'm still working through it, you know, just still working through it, you know. And then you change the subject and you don't talk about it anymore. That's what your guides are saying here. And then, like I said, with the 6 of Cups that we touched on, excuse me, you guys, my allergies are just really killing me today. Inner child work needs to be done regarding your, I'm hearing people pleasing. Maybe as a kid, you were shamed for being different, you know, or you were shamed for being more outspoken. You were shamed for wanting, you know, for not submitting to an authority figure's will that didn't make sense to you. Whatever it might be for you. Maybe you were kind of pressured and forced to keep small so that you didn't agitate a sibling who had more insecurities, and, you know, felt a lack of personal power, and you were very triggering for them. Maybe a parent as well, you know, maybe maybe a parent was super triggered by your confidence and your personal power, and they knew it from the minute, like as soon as you popped out, they were like, oh, this one. And that made them feel really insecure. And so they bullied you into staying small. There's some inner work here that needs to be, inner child work, childhood trauma that needs to be worked through, okay? Needs to be worked through. And then 9 of Swords here. Your guides are saying these people are not worth the anxiety and worry. With the 9 of Swords. She's so anxious. It's keeping her up at night. All these swords hanging over her head. You do not need to subject yourself to that. These people are just simply not worth it, my friend. They just are not. I feel like this card needs to go along with this 9 of Swords, so I'm going to do that now. 10 of Cups. You all, there is this promise of all of your desires being fulfilled, of having a beautiful life. You guys are on the right track with this. You guys are on the right track. You're doing it. You're just do the damn thing and just don't tell these other people about what it is that you're doing. Set a boundary, okay? And just don't, like, I'm just hearing like, and maybe it sounds a little condescending, and I'm sorry if it does, but what I'm truly hearing is, don't worry your pretty little head. Don't worry your pretty little mind about these people. They are not worth your time and energy. You are building your dream life. Pile number 2. You are building your dream life. I'm getting chills. You're building your dream life here, okay? Don't let these other people stop you from living your best life. Don't let them stop you from living your best life. You do you, okay? You do you. Don't let these other people stop you from living your best life. Don't let them get you over here all worried about what it is that they're going to say and their opinions, okay? You live your best life. And you leave them to their miserable ones. Because if they were truly happy with their life, they would not be super concerned with what you're doing with yours. Bottom line, period. Point blank, period, as they say. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful energy, you guys. You guys are on the right track. You are doing the damn thing. I'm hearing you're doing what you came here to do. You're doing what you were meant to do, okay? Don't give up on this dream because of these people who are being mean to you about this. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like they're being just mean to you. And that's not right. Set a boundary. And if that means that you have to make moves behind their back without them knowing, well, that's honestly, I mean, it's their own fault. That's what they get for not being supportive and in fact, being combative about it. Because the 7 of Wands is it's not just these people not being supportive. It's about them being like combative about your choices or about like what it is that you want to do. Don't listen to them. They're probably pretty miserable in their own life. But yeah, you guys, you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Follow your dreams. You don't have to let them know your every move. Set boundaries, inner child work so that you can heal through this. And I'm hearing like learn some amazing, beautiful lessons that are going to serve you for the rest of your life. And I'm hearing that these are lessons that you will be able to teach to others. You will be able to give to others. You'll be able to say, hey, I had this experience. I did the work and I am so much better for it. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. You have like this beautiful, powerful, I never say light worker, but there's something about that here, you guys. You guys have a really beautiful energy. These people are trying to stifle you. This is like, it's almost like a test. So you can double down on being who you are. That's what I'm hearing. You need to double down. You need to double down and chase this dream because it will lead to you living your best life. So pile number 2, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If it resonated, if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And if you hit the bell icon, you won't miss my upcoming videos. I'm going to be doing a January video, and I'm also going to be doing a 2024 Outlook forecast video. So if you'd like to get a little more information about kind of where this is going for 2024, okay, be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I do offer personal readings. That link is down below. If you want something a little more personalized, I would be more than happy to do that for you all. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank your guides too for coming through to give you this message, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Witch and this Amethyst. So this card says the Earthly Weaver of the Worlds. This is like one of my favorite cards in this deck, you guys. I think if there was a pile when I was looking at my lineup on the screen, if there was a pile that I was going to pick for myself, I think it would be this one, to be honest with you. And then, like I said, we have the Amethyst here. So put her right there. So we're going to find out what to do next, what it is that your guide suggests you should do next. So kind of just to kind of give you like the layout, the plan here for your readings. We're going to get a couple more oracle cards for you. We'll grab some tarot cards. We'll first look at the situation itself. We'll look at the specific situation that your guides are referring to, and then we will get that information about what it is that they suggest you do next. So starting off here with this deck, I am just going to do a quick little shuffle. I've been doing this on camera for, I think, everybody. Okay. I'm just letting the cards kind of fall how they want. So for my pile number 3s, yeah, pile number 3. Here we go. We have Draupadi. Draupadi? You guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm butchering her name. Draupadi. Oof. Heroine, the advocate. She's a heroine. She is female hero of her story. Okay, so we will get the guidebook out in a moment, and I will read her little story snippet to you all, so you all know. All right, let me get your next oracle card here. Sorry, guys, my dog is sitting here staring at me. I don't know if that means anything for you all. Maybe he just needs to go potty. I'm gonna have to maybe pause your reading and go take him out. I'll be back. But let me go ahead and get this card for you all real fast. All right, and this one right here at the very back. I don't know what that was about. All right. We have Calm Chameleon, versatility, camouflage, and agility. This says, careful creature cloaked in colors, bless my heart with peace and patience. Aw. All right, you guys. I'm gonna let my dog out to go to the bathroom, and then we will read this one too, guys. Okay, we have this sassy skunk. I love it. Effectiveness, passivity, and prudence. Carefree critter of the woods, grab the attention of all those around. All right, they sure do, don't they? Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let my little dog go out to the bathroom, and I will be right back. We will continue on with your reading. We will learn about Draupadi, and yeah, find out what to do next. All right, guys, I am back from that. I am going to keep that whole occurrence in mind, because for that to just happen during your reading, I let them out right before, and I've only been reading for less than an hour. It's just really bizarre. So I don't know. We'll keep that in mind. Interruptions maybe. And here is Draupadi. She is a heroine, and her key phrase is the advocate. So we have boundaries, autonomy, and objectification. So her story, and let me back up. In an ancient Hindu epic, Draupadi was prophesied from birth to be an instrument of revenge, which proved to be true when a war began in response to a tragedy that befell her. Interesting. It says you are being asked to stand up for yourself even if no one else will. Honor your needs. Reminding you that paying the price, or that paying for someone else's actions or mistakes, is too high a price. Where there is injustice, speak up about it. Interesting. Wow. That last sentence really got me. Where there is injustice, speak up about it. Interesting, you guys. Interesting energy here in your reading. It's almost like that feels here with it's like, don't be passive. Don't be super passive. Don't be afraid to sound the alarm, to let people know, to cause a stink. Don't be afraid to cause a stink. Don't just just fade back, blend in, and be afraid to stand out. Interesting. I'm hearing here that you have a lot more power in your hands than you realize. You have a lot more power at your disposal than what you are aware of. Very interesting, you guys. Very interesting. Let's get some tarot cards now for you all. Let's see here. I have a couple decks set out and I feel like some piles need one, some piles need the other. So we will do this one for you all. I'm just going to do a quick little shuffle for you guys. And then we will grab these cards. We will start with the cards. We'll start with that one right there, letting us know a little bit more about the situation that they're wanting to highlight here for my pile number 3s. Okay. So we have these. And I feel like this is more about the situation. Oh, Ooh, I'm hearing a clarifier for each one. Okay, all right. So clarification for these, but we're going to start with these and see what we got. So Two of Swords. Ooh, okay. Perhaps you've been in a situation where you're trying to make a decision. A hard decision, I'm hearing. Like a decision that's kind of hard to make. I'm hearing the word nuance. Queen of Cups, okay. Seven of Cups. Okay. There's a decision to be made here. You're in a situation where you need to make a decision. You need to decide how you want to move forward. And there's a lot of different lots of different options available. And I don't know if you can tell on the imagery of this card. But some of these things look like they could be really awesome, like all this gold. But some of these other things look like maybe if you were to stick your hand just down into that cup, that it might not be the best outcome. So there are some options here some choices, some ways of doing this that would be really favorable possibly, but there are other possibilities that might not be so favorable for you, or just in general for the situation. You're trying to, it's like this decision, it's definitely emotionally charged. It's definitely emotionally charged decision here. Let's learn a little bit more about this. Queen of Wands with the Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. Oh, look at that. The twos coming out with these queens. Then we have Seven of Wands with the Seven of Cups. Wow, the synchronicities, you all. Jeez. Everyone's guides really weren't kidding when they said that this is what everybody needed, because every single pile has had so many synchronicities, so many active cards, activity, cards moving around. Really, really interesting. Wow. Okay. Let me just kind of soak this energy up for a minute here. There's a decision that needs to be made. You're having a hard time making it. You can't really see you can't see the exact outcome of each one. It's like, oh, well, on one hand, this might be good, but I can't totally foresee how that would work. On the other hand, this one might be good, but I also can't totally foresee how that one would work. And if I go with this, it could go either, A or B, this way or this way. And if I go with this one, it could either go this way or this way. It's like there's lots of, I'm hearing like wishy-washy, like it's just really hard to figure out what it is to do, what your decision is, which thought process I'm hearing to follow. And then we have the Queen of Wands with that. So you're not feeling very confident in your ability to choose. I'm hearing like you've been put in a place, like this is not something that you wanted. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm hearing you're kind of the type of person that would prefer to kind of blend into the background. You kind of like being a wallflower. You like the I'm hearing like the privileges that come with being a wallflower. You like that you're not like front and center all the time. You like being in the background. You like listening more than talking. You like kind of blending in a little bit. I think it's allowed you, like you've been privy to situations and information that maybe others wouldn't be because you're so good at blending in. But you're now in a situation where you're kind of being forced to put yourself out there. You do not have the confidence, and you're like struggling with the confidence in your ability to make this decision. I'm hearing like it's an emotionally charged decision. It's been a bit of a struggle to keep your emotions balanced. It's been a bit of a struggle to balance between head and heart. And then I'm hearing there are people. Okay, so there's choices, there's lots of choices that can be made here. There's lots of options available to you. But there's people who are not happy, or they're very opinionated about this. And you're feeling like you're kind of on the defensive with this as well. It's almost like you're concerned that you're going to have to defend your choices. You're concerned that you're going to have to defend this choice. And so it's making it very, very hard to choose because you're concerned that you will need to defend this choice. Interesting, you guys. So interesting here. And you guys, with Draupadi talking about boundaries, because that was one of the things, one of the keywords of her card is the word boundaries, as well as autonomy. Interesting. I'm going to grab one more clarifier. I want to learn a little bit more for you guys' sake about this decision, okay? What is this decision concerning? But I see that it's really eating you up inside, and you're concerned that you're going to have to defend, like whatever choice you make, you know you'll have to defend it. And that's like making this choice, it's making this really, really hard. It's making it really, really hard. Ace of Pentacles. And I want to get one more. Nine of Wands. What this choice is about. You know, this kind of feels like maybe choosing a career path. Or choosing, choosing a career path, choosing what to do next in your career. Definitely this feeling of needing to defend your choices. Even though the Nine of Wands is coming out to clarify what type of decision you have to make, it is a card talking about defense, feeling defensive, having or setting boundaries. Oh my God, and isn't that what this said? Boundaries? Yes. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Ooh, are you guys having to decide about your boundaries? Are you guys in a situation where you're having to set boundaries at work or in your career? Oh my gosh, you guys, I want one more clarifier. I'm sorry if I'm being annoying. Nine of Swords. You're really worried about this. You're worried about the outcome. This is something that matters a lot to you. I think there's a lot of different situations here because this is not just like obvious. It's like, oh, this is your job. Oh, we've got wands, we've got swords. We only have a couple of pentacles here as well. So I think for some people, this is going to have to do with their job. For other people, this might have to do with a decision that's occurring in another area of their life. But there is a decision that has to be made, okay? It's something that's going to impact your physical realm, your material realm, okay? It's definitely giving like keeping you up at night energy with the Nine of Swords. You are at talk about being at a crossroads. And you know what? Something I'm hearing with that, and I want to point out, and I think that might be why this Witch card is here for you guys. If you are interested, excuse me, if you are interested in chthonic goddesses, like these are gods and goddesses. These are chthonic is like they're of the they're like underworld, you know, so we're talking like Hades and stuff like that. Hecate is who I was thinking of specifically. She is like the patron goddess of the witches, a Greek goddess associated with witches and witchcraft. She is also associated with the CROSSROADS. That is a big thing for her. I'm getting like chills. I love Hecate. I work with her. She is amazing. Anyways, if you've been interested in that, if any of that piques your interest at all, you guys do a Google search, do a Pinterest search even. There's some pretty cool little like infographics and stuff about her on there. Of course, fact check to a certain extent. Look for like, you guys know, like the commonalities, if one person is saying something totally off the wall, you might want to check that, you might want to fact check that. But she is the goddess of the crossroads. And my friend, talk about being at a freaking crossroads. So with that being said, if you are interested in working with her, if you're interested in working with her, check that out. I don't know. I feel like that's all I need to say about that. So, I'll move on from that tangent, but there might be one or two of you here that are interested in her, or the idea of that kind of piques your interest. Y'all are at a great place to connect with her, I'm hearing, and she would connect with you if you, would want that. And here I'm really feeling like you need to advocate for what's best for you in this situation. That's really what this feels like. Wow, you guys, I feel like this is a hard decision to make. There's like lots of different alternatives here, especially with the Seven of Cups, but no matter what choice you make, you're going to have to defend it. You might have to set boundaries around this, you guys, and say, hey, I'm not defending my choice. I don't care if it makes me stand out. I don't care if it causes a stink. This is what I'm doing. And I'm advocating for myself in this situation. I'm going to advocate for myself. I'm going to do what's best for myself. And to hell with all y'all. It's my life, not yours. Let's get your cards for advice here as far as what to do next. I am going to just pull off the top of this deck because I feel like that's what we need to do. I'm only feeling 3 cards, interestingly, for what to do next. Let's see what we have here. We have the Fool. Oh, love it. Jump in, you guys. Jump in with both feet. I think, let me see what else we have before 5 of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Wow. Okay. I think you guys low-key know what it is that you'd like to do. I think that what you're really stuck between, what it feels like, is you're stuck between taking an opportunity, something that's been offered to you. There's a beautiful opportunity that is being offered to you, and you have the ability, and it's like dangling in front of you, and you just have to reach out and grab it. It's an opportunity meant for you. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. But I think that what's preventing you from just saying, this is it, is this concern, this anxiety over what other people will think. This anxiety and this concern over, like, what will they say? What will they think? How am I going to explain to them? How am I going to explain this to them? How am I going to tell them? Like, they just wouldn't understand. They just wouldn't get it. How am I going to explain this to them? I think you guys, you want to accept this opportunity, but you are just concerned to do it because you're not going to be blending in anymore. This is going to be something that makes you stand out from others. And this is going to be something that might raise a little bit of a stink with other people. This is something that's not going to allow you to just remain passive, remain a wallflower and blend in. This is going to be something that kind of challenges those conscious choices to remain kind of in the background. I'm hearing you're not a background character. You are a main character. You have main character energy, but you really need to reach out and accept it. It's being like dangled in front of you, and you're super worried because you're like, oh my God, but then I have to defend this decision. Then I'll have to set boundaries with these people. And that's scary. It's concerning. I do want to say, if you were drawn to pile number 2, go check that out after this. This is your confirmation. that if you were like, I really want to do pile number 3, but I am kind of feeling pile number 2, here's your confirmation. Go check out pile number 2. If you weren't feeling called to it, don't worry about it. That's all right. But there are some of you who might be. It's a bit of a similar message, different vibe. But overall, like, you know, I don't know. You guys go check that out if you feel called to it. That's really all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so this is a new, fresh beginning. This is a fresh start. This is something new. And it may feel a little bit scary to reach out and take this opportunity and to move forward with this or to choose this, okay? But I'm hearing by choosing this, you're choosing yourself. But this is a fresh start. This is a new opportunity for you, and it's a beautiful opportunity. And your guides are saying, start this new thing. I mean, maybe you're sitting here where you're at an impasse where it's like, okay, do I choose to follow this dream that I have, this new thing? Or do I just kind of stay where I've been? That could definitely be it. Here, it's like, this is the thing. Do I want to choose to follow this new opportunity, or do I want to stay where I'm at and just, build up my defenses and make it work? I am hearing here that you need to choose. Your guides really want you to choose this opportunity. I'm hearing this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is something that's being divinely handed to you, okay? This is something it's like divinely inspired, all right? 5 of Pentacles here. 5 of Pentacles talks about a lack mindset or a scarcity mindset, feeling like we don't have our needs met, but yet still being afraid to reach out for help. If you guys have been feeling really overwhelmed mentally, emotionally, and you've been considering therapy, this is your confirmation to look into that. They'll give you some great coping mechanisms for navigating this situation, and maybe someone who can also validate your experiences too. So that there's a message there for some of you. Anyone actually watching this who is struggling with their mental health or, I like to say emotional health as well, because it feels like that's a little different from the mind and intellectualization of our emotions. But anyways, reach out for help, okay? You don't have to do this alone is what I'm hearing here. There's lots of resources out there that can help you. But you do have to initiate that. You do have to reach out for help. So that's what the 5 of Pentacles is saying here. Reach out for help on this journey, okay? But I'm hearing specifically there's this message that you're not reaching out for help as far as what to choose. Reach out for help as far as how to cope with maybe these people who kind of, I feel like these are loved ones that are just not supporting you, or that you're afraid would not support you. You guys, maybe they would. I think there's some of you here who for a fact you've ran it by these people, these loved ones, and they have expressed their dissatisfaction with this potential choice, this potential option, and for a fact they would not support you. But I do think there's another group of you who haven't reached out yet, and I think I'm hearing like y'all might be surprised. You might be surprised. There might be some people there who would love to support you in this. Maybe if it's just 1 or 2 that say, that come up to you privately and say, hey, I just want you to know that I think what you're doing is super awesome. And I think it's amazing that you're choosing to do that and that you're choosing yourself and you're choosing this new exciting thing. I think that's awesome. And I'm here to support you in that. So that's what I'm hearing with the 5 of Pentacles. And then the 5 of Cups here. There's something you guys are going to need to walk away from. It's interesting because the 5 of Cups, it talks about being disappointed, experiencing disappointment, because though we still have these 2 cups standing, like 3 of them have fallen over. But in the imagery of this card, it looks like they're walking away from these cups. So it's giving me 8 of Cups energy, walking away from what's no longer working. And that's really what I'm hearing here. Oh man, I'm hearing walking away from disappointment. Leaving that disappointment behind. Maybe this is the disappointment that you're afraid others are going to express, like they're disappointed in the decision you're making. Perhaps this is your own disappointment that things haven't went exactly how you were hoping. And so now you're kind of having to redirect. A door is closed, a window has opened. It's like you're being encouraged to fly through that window. But it does require leaving something behind in order to start anew, to start fresh here. I do want to get one clarifier for this Five of Cups. The Chariot. Wow. The sooner you walk away and leave this old, as soon as you walk away and leave this old energy behind, the sooner your new beginning will begin. The faster your new beginning will occur. The Chariot talks about, it is a vehicle. It is a vehicle available for quick movement. Significant too, significantly quick, like significant movement as well. Like we have the Eight of Wands that can show up that talks about something moving quickly, but the Chariot is a major arcana card. So this is major, like major arcana, major energy, major life things, okay? Major life, milestones, events. All right. So walking away is the vehicle, like by walking away from this energy, okay, saying, you know what, that's fine. Y'all can be disappointed. That's your big feeling to deal with. It's not my big feeling to deal with. And I can't help you deal with that. I have to deal with my own stuff. I've got my own cups to take care of. I can't sit here and worry about your disappointment. I've got my own stuff going on here. The sooner that you move past this, like that will be the vehicle that takes you to new places, to new and exciting places, that rushes you forward into your new life. Pile number 3, this is really exciting, but I do feel like this is a bit heavy. It feels like a lot of, like a bit of a burden maybe for you, or just like, it definitely is with the Nine of Swords here. It's just been very anxiety provoking. You're just really concerned about having to justify your actions. And I'm hearing here that their disappointment and their opinions, it's just not your problem. I know that sounds harsh, but it's just not your problem. It's your life, not theirs. I feel like I've been preaching that this whole reading in every single pile. It's like every single pile has had, oh my God, I think every single one has had the Seven of Wands come up. And not just in this deck, with my other deck as well, that I've been flipping, like I've been alternating between. A lot of, I think there, holidays coming up. For those of you who celebrate those, we're around family a lot, and there's a lot of pressure on us to tell people what we're doing. People want to know, so what have you been up to? So what are you doing? Well, what are your plans with that? I mean, there are some, y'all know, there are people who just, honestly, it's just rude AF, but they have no problem sitting there grilling you and playing 20 questions about your life and what you're doing with it and how it's going and blah, 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 blah. And none of it, and it's like people that, and sometimes these people are people that you're not even seeing regularly. They're not even like a regular, like, pillar in your life. They're not even like a regular, like, fixture in your life. They're just kind of like here and gone and there and gone. And, but God, they just have a lot of concerns about everything you do. That's what I'm feeling here. So this can make this time really hard. I think a lot of people are having to deal with that. Feeling like they're having to defend their choices. Yeah. I think everybody's kind of dealing with that right now. So first of all, I do want you to know, pile number 3, you are not alone. Everybody else watching this reading is going through a similar type of energy and situation with other people. They also have people in their life who are not being very supportive, and they are also having to set boundaries with these people and say, okay, well, maybe you just don't come with me for the ride then. If you're not, excuse me, if you're not going to be supportive. Yeah. Pile number 3, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. I am feeling called to pull one more oracle card for you guys, just a random card. from this deck here. I have it sitting over here. There was another pile that I felt like they needed one to close out their message. So I'm going to do that for your pile as well. Just a final message for my pile number 3s. And I actually do feel this one right here. And we have Rosemary with Ancient Memory. And this is ruled by the Sun and Mercury. Ancient Memory. Interesting. So rosemary can be a very cleansing herb. It's also, when we have the sun here, it's a very like active energy herb as well. Okay, so the qualities that embody, that we talk about with the sun, you know, bright, vibrant, goal-oriented, action-oriented here. And then Mercury, talking about communication. I think, to be honest with you guys, first of all, I'm hearing, for those of you who believe in reincarnation, you believe in past lives, this is something, this is something that you've had to do before. And you've gotten some practice with it, and you're being called to do it again, to do it now. But this is like going to take you to the next level. It's like, this is, was it your pile that I said it's like this is kind of like a test? No, maybe it wasn't. No, I don't think so. That was a different pile. I think that was pile number 2, actually. Anyways, this is something you've done before. Or something that your ancestors have had to do, and they're assisting you in this. Okay. Communicating your boundaries. Okay, you guys. It's time to do that, to make the choice that's best for you. And I'm hearing like, let the chips fall where they may. Let everything fall how it needs to. If the relationships with these people fall apart, well, I mean, I know that's hard, but were they really good relationships to begin with? Did these people really support you to begin with? Do they really choose and love you for who you are? That's something that only you guys can answer. But this is what I'm seeing for you all, pile number 3, all right? You guys need to follow your true north, follow your true path, okay? You don't have to justify yourself to others, okay? When you begin to walk away from this disappointment, maybe you feel disappointed that these people are not in your corner. They're not supporting you like you thought that they would, okay? I mean, that's understandably disappointing, but once you begin to work through that and move on past that, allow yourself to feel it and then begin to heal that yourself. That will be the vehicle that takes you forward to this next chapter of your life. And like I said, there's someone in your life who will support you, but you do have to reach out to them, okay? So like I said, if you're feeling like you're not feeling, very well mentally, emotionally, this could be a counselor. These could also be other people in your life who might come to you privately and say, hey, I do want you to know that I am here for you. Like, Uncle Jimmy and Aunt Bertha, I'm making stuff up, you guys. Just an example. They may feel some type of way about this, but I think what you're wanting to do is super awesome. So there are people out there like that, but I don't know. It's hard to close this reading like this because this does feel so heavy, but you guys, you've got to follow your own true path, okay? Start this new beginning. You deserve a fresh start is what I'm hearing. But pile number 3, thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much. And if you help hit the bell icon, you won't miss any readings that I upload. I will be doing a January one really soon, as well as a 2024 forecast for you all as well. So if you're curious as to where this is going to go in the year of 2024, hang around, hit the bell icon so you can get notified when that does get released. I also offer personal readings. I have an Etsy link in the description box down below. So if you guys would like a little bit more of a personal touch with this, you know, where we're not looking at collective energies with multiple people, but we're looking at your specific situation, and you would like guidance from your guides, your spirit team with that, I have that description, or that Etsy link in the description box down below for you all. I have those readings on there kind of, you know, organized in a certain way that just felt right at the moment, felt right to me then. But if there's something, like if there's a topic or if there's a reading, like there's nothing really that you feel fits your needs, you guys send me a DM on there, okay? I will work with you. We will create a listing, an item for you on there, okay? So that you can get the information and the guidance that you're really seeking, okay? I absolutely, like, I'd be more than happy to work with you all so that you, like, so that you can make sure that you get the guidance that you need, all right? But anyways, pile number 3, thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank your guides too for coming through to give you this message. I wish you all the best in your journey forward, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this black obsidian crystal and the card Eternal Love that says love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Okay, so we are going to find out today what you need to do next. What do your guides suggest you do next in your situation? So we're going to first find out a little bit more about the situation itself, get some specifics there, and then we will get that information about what it is that they suggest you do next. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of more oracle cards for you, and then we'll get your tarot cards and we will get going. So I'm going to start here with this deck. Not every pile used this deck, but I feel like I need to use it for you all. Also, guys, my dog is chewing a bone in the background. He found one. I feel like this is your card. He found one. I put it up while I was doing the readings because, like, I don't want y'all to have to listen to that in the background. And then, you guys, he found another one and brought it in here. Like, and I mean, they're just toy bones. Don't worry, I'm not giving my dogs actual bones. I know that that can be dangerous. This card kept moving around for you all, so I'm going to do that one too. You guys are like my bonus pile over here. Anyways, yeah, so I'm sorry if you're having to listen to him chew on it. It's like every time I take one, he finds another one. I don't know what exactly that means for your reading as far as the meaning for that, but I do feel like there are like no consequences. He's never done this during one of my readings. We'll keep that in mind, you know. We'll keep that in mind. Persistence, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So here, let's get your other oracle cards. And then we'll get this final one here for you all. Oh, that one right there. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see what we have here. So starting off, we have, oh my gosh, you guys, how do you even say that? Isikukumadavu? I'm sorry, I butchered it. I know. Isn't he cute though? Monster the Hunger, or isn't she cute? These are all supposed to be, this is like the Women of Myth deck. So anyway, so her, the Hunger, and we'll get in the guidebook and I'll read you her story in a moment. So we have the Hunger here. We have Nettle with action, ruled by Mars and Pluto. Okay. Ooh, look at that blood moon there, you guys. Depicted on this card. Ooh, interesting. Nettle is an interesting plant because it can be used for certain, like, there are some uses for it, like within herbal holistic medicine, but if you don't use it correctly, it can be harmful. So it's really interesting to see this come out along with the Hunger as well. Let's do this one. Stealthy Shark. Comprehension, progress, and improvement. This says, powerful predator hunting with ease. Show me the way to trust my instincts. Okay. Interesting, you guys. And then we have Pau d'Arco. Number 7, Metamorphosis. And there's a little bit of imagery on this card that I need to cover up real fast. Oh, look, this is ruled by the moon and Pluto. Both of your plant or your herbs ruled by Pluto. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Kind of this hidden element here. All right, let me get this covered and we will get started on your reading. Okay. So here this is covered. I noticed this uterus here. Well, it's actually uterus and fallopian tubes here. And I know that has to do with the moon, and I know that this herb can be used to help with like menstrual disorders. But it's interesting to see this, and then we have this blood moon up here as well for you all. So I feel like oh look, it almost looks like those cards fit together. Look at that. Wow. Look at this leaf here. Wow, that's wild, y'all. Interesting. It's almost like, I don't know why blood is coming through. Shark as well makes me feel that way. Interesting. Let's grab the guidebook. I do want to read you this cards. Like, I want to read you her story. Give me a moment to find her. Okay, so indulgence, ravenous, and devouring. Those are her keywords here. I feel like I need to hold this up while we talk about her, so let's do that. Especially where you can see here. Okay, so I'm not gonna butcher her name again. That's disrespectful AF. So I'm just gonna say she is an all-devouring monster from Zulu mythology who swallows anything, people, animals, objects whole. Perhaps you need some self-indulgence right now. Are you denying yourself something you truly want or need? She is asking to be fed. Operate from a perspective of abundance, not lack. Interesting. Really interesting energy. I feel like my pile, like, I don't always do a pile number 4. So when I feel called to do a pile number 4, y'all's reading is usually like just wild. Let's grab your tarot cards and learn more about this situation for you all. Are you denying yourself something that you truly need? You know, and blood is something that obviously we need. Metamorphosis, action. We have a love here as well. All right, let's grab your tarot card. Sorry, you guys, I was just really feeling it out. Here we go. We're going to use this deck for you all. Each pile has gotten kind of a different situation with their decks. There's a couple decks I grabbed. Go. I think that's good. So pile number 4. What is up? Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. And I'm those two. All right. So the situation your guys are wanting to talk about, that is these cards. And then we will grab the what you need to do next. We'll grab those after the fact. So starting off here, I want to start with this one that flipped over. 10 of Cups. Excuse me, you guys. My allergies are very bothersome today. 10 of Cups. Actually, let me get a drink of my tea so you guys don't have to listen to my scratchy grossness. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I've been struggling with my allergies lately. I literally had like a coughing fit in the middle of Target today, you guys. Oh my God. So embarrassing. And my throat was so dry and just, oh God, it was so raw. And my body was just like, what? And the worst place for it to happen is in public, especially post panini. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like I mean, no one wanted to hear anybody coughing in public before, but now with that, I think it's like I feel even worse. I'm like, I swear I'm not sick. My allergies just feel like, I just feel like trash. My allergies. Okay, so 10 of Cups. Sorry, you guys. 5 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. I don't know. I'm just going to lay your cards out how I feel they need to be laid out. Three of Swords. I feel like she goes up here. The Moon. And the Emperor. Okay. This situation. Okay, so, gosh, this is so specific, but it's what I'm hearing here. It feels like you had everything, like you had it all. Like everything was going wonderfully, beautifully. And maybe everything is going wonderfully and beautifully, but there's some conflict. There's some fighting going on. There's some fighting going on, and you've been trying to get people to work together. I feel like you're kind of the peacemaker, to be quite honest with you. Pile number 4. You're the peacemaker. You're the one saying, guys, we all love each other. Love is love is love. We all love each other. We all care about each other. Can we please just work this out? Can we please just make this work? And it's like it's not working. It's like people don't want to work it out. They don't, and it's upsetting for you. It's like you're like, can we, okay. It's like this beautiful, happy family, this perfect situation is kind of what I'm hearing here. And there was conflict that's occurred. All the blood here, excuse me, I'm so sorry. All of the blood here, it's giving me family vibes. And then of course we have the 10 of Cups too coming out, which kind of confirms that, but it's giving family, like blood of my blood. That's what I'm hearing. So perhaps this is a child. This is your child. Perhaps this is a sibling. This is maybe a significant other. This does feel like family though. And that kind of tracks. We're coming up on the holidays. And for those of us who celebrate those holidays, it can be, it's very family oriented, very family focused, family centered. Lots of stuff tends to come up during that time, especially if during the holidays we're seeing people who we've kind of distanced ourselves from, and we don't normally see them on a day-to-day basis. But it's like there's this desire to have this beautiful, big, happy family with the 10 of Cups here, but there's some sort of conflict that's been going on in fighting. I'm hearing siblings, and now I just got chills. And now I'm looking at the uterus and I'm hearing sister. This could be a sister. Maybe you're fighting with your sister or sisters. That's very specific. That may not be for everyone here. There's lots of people watching, so take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. It's just a message for someone else. Leave whatever's not meant for you, of course. It is a general reading. Just little plug here, if you are interested in a personal reading that talks about your situation specifically, I do have a link in the description box down below where you can book a personal reading with me. If you see something, or if you don't see what it is you're looking for, or the subject matter that you're looking for within the readings that I have, like the listings I have on there, message me, you guys, okay? I'll personalize and create a reading for you, because I'd be more than happy to provide you guys with that guidance. Anyways, so yeah, it definitely feels like siblings. And siblings are like, with this Nettle card, I mean, siblings they can be like amazing. They can be wonderful. And I'm not just saying like a sibling is all wonderful or just awful. It's like there's this half and half, right? There are times when we're like, wow, this person is practically my best friend. We grew up together. We did everything together. But then there are also times where you're like, wow, I mean, but when they want to hurt me, they know where that sore spot is. They know, I'm hearing they know how to draw blood. Because they know our deepest insecurities, and they can hit below the belt. Or not that they shouldn't, but they have the ability to. They have that like intimate knowledge of who we are at our core. So what I'm seeing here is there's this conflict and fighting within your family. I feel like you're the person you're really wanting to work it out. You're like, guys, can we just work this out? Can we just work this out? Can we just work together to, maybe you guys are trying to work together to take care of something. I'm hearing for some of you here, possibly a parent has passed away and you guys are having to deal with their estate. You're having to deal with all the things that come with a parent passing. Perhaps this was the last parent to pass as well. So there's not a surviving parent or there's not a surviving person who it's like, oh, well, everything's going to go to them and they will, this is like, oh, now us kids have to really step up and help, and deal with this. But there's fighting about it. It's not going well. Everybody has coming from a different perspective. They have a different perspective. They have a different priorities from everyone else, from each other. And it's causing a lot of conflict and heartache. I'm seeing here when looking at this card, oh, I'm not going to be able to pick it up in my acrylics. Ugh, lame, you guys. I'm going to grab it. I'm determined. I'm bound and determined. Ooh, yeah, and my dog's sitting here chewing on this bone so loud. He was bound and determined to chew on a bone loudly in the middle of my reading. I think you are bound and determined to fix this. You're like, damn it, we are not doing this. We are not going to fight over inheritance. We are not going to fight over this. We are not going to do this. I don't want to see this happen. And perhaps this is a feeling like this is just, it's like this black mass hovering over you all. And you can see here, it's like someone wanting to work this out. Like, hey, we can work this out. We can pull these swords out together. We can make this work. And the other party saying, nope, not interested. Not interested. I don't want to work it out. I'm not interested in making peace. I'm not interested in solving this. And I think that's become really, it's a challenge, of course. You're not sure where to go from here. Everything feels really dark, dimly illuminated. You're like, I can maybe see the next step. Like, sure, I guess there's a next step I could take, but I can't really tell what the outcome of that is going to be. I can't see 3 or 4 steps in front of me. I can really only see one step, if that. I can't see every stumbling block that might be there. I can't see every obstacle because we don't have enough light. It's not illuminated enough. And if you see in this particular deck with the moon, it's like there's this shadow over most of it. So most of the illumination is actually gone here. So you're working with very little. I'm hearing like very little to go off of. Very little illumination. Look at this bird in this cage. Perhaps you feel trapped. Perhaps you feel trapped right here. You're like, God, I just don't know what to do next. I don't know where to go from here. Look, this almost gives blood moon energy as well. Like that look. And then we have the Emperor here. There's this feeling of wanting to try to control a situation. You're trying to do damage control. That's what I'm hearing. You're trying to do damage control because you're just like, no, guys, we cannot let this fall apart over this. We can do this. We can handle this. But it's like this is consuming all of the family's energy with the hunger here. This conflict is just consuming everything. I'm hearing it's consuming all your energy as well. It's consuming all your energy as well. All right. So let's find out here the best way for you to move forward with this, or what it is rather that your guides suggest that you do next. So, oh, you guys, my shoulders started hurting so bad. It's like you guys have the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's what it feels like. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I was just taking it all in. My pile number 4s. What? I'm just going to set these here so we can grab them easily. What do they need to do? How should they move forward with this? God, I'm feeling this one and this one. Okay. You guys are getting lots of advice. from your guides. Oh, did you guys see that? I hope you guys saw that right here. Guys, go back. Go back and look. That card moved. This is your card as well. But I'm hearing here that maybe it just needs to sit here. And we'll look at that last. That'll be your closing card. Okay, we have 6 of Swords. All right. We have the Magician. Sorry, this deck, I got it in Germany, and I absolutely love this deck, but I do have to, sometimes I have to do a double take with the words. Okay, the Magician, the King of Pentacles, or coins. Okay, it's kind of making all the things underneath it look a little ugly, but ooh, I'm hearing it's like a message. Like it's like the undertone of the situation is just, it's getting really ugly. Let me move your cards over. So, recap, 6 of Swords, the Magician, King of Pentacles. Oh, look at all these cards. Just, there we go. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Two of Wands. And then we have 10 of Swords. Okay. What to do next? It's not, I feel like I'm just, you know, sometimes readings are very like light and, you know, everything's going to be amazing. And I am seeing that there's definitely promise of things going well for you personally. But I think as far as this family dynamic goes, there's something you need to move away from with this, to leave something behind here with the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords talks about taking the mindset, the mentality, what you've learned, taking that with you, leaving behind what doesn't work for you anymore and taking with you what does, moving on, moving to a new, I'm hearing moving to smoother waters, moving to a new phase, moving on to something different. I'm hearing here that there's a mindset, or there's some sort of an outdated mindset. Sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden the chest congestion coming in hot. Okay. I swear I will not do another reading while I sound like this. I promise you guys. So this is a labor of love. It's probably a labor of love for you guys to sit here and listen to it. So anyways, 6 of Swords here, there's a mindset that's not serving you. And I think it's the mindset that you have around this whole situation. And I don't think that it has to do with necessarily you being in the wrong or not in the wrong. It has to do with the resolution of this conflict within the family. Okay. I feel like you're trying to force something to happen that is just not going to happen in the way that you're hoping for. And I'm seeing these like cards stacking perfectly. I feel like there's a reason why I felt they needed to be in the way that they do. And what I'm seeing here with the 10 of Swords and the Emperor, this is saying that if you continue to try to push and push and push and push people to reconcile when they are not ready to do so, you are going, it's like I'm hearing irreparable damage that can be caused when we're pushing and pushing and pushing. Not only is this going to wear you out, like wear you down fast, okay? Wear you down super fast, but this is also going to wear out, though I'm hearing like wear down the relationships that you've fostered with these people, okay? This is gonna you're wearing them down. My finger touched that and it just flipped. You're wearing them down and you're wearing yourself down as well, okay? You are just, it's like I'm hearing it's like you're stabbing yourself in the back by doing this, by trying to force a reconciliation that is not it's not mutual. The other person does not desire this, at least not right now. They are not in a space to receive this. They are not in a space to receive this right now. And by trying to force this, what you're doing is you're actually, I'm hearing, doing more damage than good. The best thing for you to do at this moment is to leave. There are good things about what you're trying to do. Your guides are saying, listen, there's something of value here. Yes, it is. There is value, great value, I'm hearing, a massive amount of value in saving these relationships, in mending the hurt, the harm that has been done. There is a lot of value in that. So they want you to take that with you. They're like, listen, we know family is important to you. We know this is important to you, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a mindset that you can carry with you and continue with you. But something you need to leave behind is this forcing. Okay, and we notice this one sword is kind of off to the side, almost like this is the one that they're choosing to leave behind. And look, there's a sword here sitting, the way this sword is sitting right here on this card. I really feel like this insistence upon taking charge and making everyone get over it, it's not working. It's doing more damage than good, and your guides really want you to know that. This persistence is just not, it just ain't working, honestly. You have the ability, to mend this. You have the ability to mend this, but you need to go about this in a different way. And the first thing I'm hearing is that you're going to have to let people come to you. You're going to have to let people come to you on their own time, on their own terms. When we push and push and push, like this ram here, we're ramming up against something over and over again. You're not making progress, and you're just wearing yourself out. And I think in the process, it's wearing out the other party or parties involved in this situation as well. There's nothing wrong with being proactive, but I'm hearing here with the Emperor, this is almost like the shadow of the Emperor coming through. Is what I'm hearing here. Almost like the idea of the Emperor in reverse, where it's becoming too forceful. It's becoming too much. It's not working with the energy. It's trying to work against it. It's like, listen, it's just not that. The math ain't mathin' with that. You guys are going to need to try a different method. And there's lots of different ways that you can go about this. And I'm hearing that you have the connection to the other side to be able to access these other methods of doing this. I know it's not the best, like the most happy or most, everyone's favorite thing to hear, but listen to your intuition. I know. I cringe when I say it because I know that is like the most non-advice ever sometimes in certain situations, when they're impacting like our real world, physical world around us, okay? But I'm hearing here, take a practical approach to this, a practical, grounded approach. You have the resources that you need to do this, to kind of shift your mindset. Think about the idea of an emperor versus the idea of a king. Think about the difference, the nuance there between those two energies or people. The emperor is way more forceful. The emperor is large and in charge. The king has to work with he has to work with his subjects. And I'm seeing here a reconciliation is possible, but is going to require you to choose a different path. You've got to choose there's a different method, a better method forward. Okay. There's a better path forward, a better way to do this. I'm also hearing harmony as well. I think that there is going to be someone in this situation who approaches you quite, like, I would say sooner than later, who says, you know what, this whole thing is such a mess. We really need to fix this. Let's fix this together. You know, if this is a group of siblings, I kind of felt like that with the Five of Wands. Like there's multiple one, like it's not just one sibling. For a lot of you, it's multiple siblings or multiple family members. I'm hearing one of them is going to go ahead and come to you and say, you know what, you're right. We don't need to be fighting over this. Let's work together to find a different, like let's work together and find a way to help everybody reconcile. And that's what I'm seeing here with the Two of Wands here. Is there's a different path forward, one that is actually going to be way more productive. And this person, I mean, I'm hearing like they're going to come to you and say, hey, let's do this differently. Let's fix this in a different way, using a different method. All right, so sorry, pile number 4. My memory card was full somewhere there where I was talking. I believe I stopped right around the time that you all, we were talking about someone wanting, like one of the siblings or family members wanting to come in and work with you to try to solve this problem, okay? To try to kind of get everyone to reconcile. So, excuse me. That is what I'm seeing here. Your guides are letting you know to work with this person, okay? They're going to come to you. You guys can figure this out. You can be a big happy family again, okay? The energy will be a little different, all right? But still, big happy family energy right here in the middle. Totally possible, but it needs to be done a different way, okay? And that's what your guides are wanting you to know. There's some things about your method that you've been trying to use that are wonderful that need to be left behind, but there are others that are wonderful that need to be taken with you, but there are others that, you know, would be best if you left them behind, okay? So this is what I'm seeing for you all as far as what to do next in this situation. I do want to look at this final card for you guys, okay? See what this is, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Hang out. You're just going to have to hang out and wait. You're just going to have to hang out and wait for them to come back to you. Wait for everyone to be in the right space to receive. I mean, because I'm hearing to even receive an apology. And I'm not sitting here suggesting, I'm not necessarily saying that your guides are like, oh, you need to provide an apology. I mean, if you feel like that's what you need to do that for sure. But I'm not necessarily channeling that. Rather, I'm just kind of an example here, you know. You just need to hang out and wait. Wait for everyone to be in a place to receive this, okay? Wait for everyone to be in a place to hear someone else out. Because when everyone is still defensive, they're still like their hackles are raised, they're still really on edge about this, nothing is going to get done. It is going to be in everyone's best interest for you to just kind of hang out, okay? Just kind of wait, all right? Work with your mindset, all right? Determine, okay, where am I being a little bit too much? Where can I ease up? But overall, you're going to have to I'm hearing let someone else really initiate this reconciliation. I am also hearing a very strong message of considering the other perspectives in this situation. Now, I'm not seeing necessarily anything saying that like you're in the wrong. I'm not like, I don't know exactly what this situation is. I think it's a little bit different for everybody. But what I am seeing here is your guide suggesting you look at this from a different perspective. Look at this possibly from the perspective of the other parties. Look at this from the perspective, you know, maybe someone who's totally on the outside looking in, where, you know, they're not in the middle of all of this. Because even though, you know, maybe even though you're hoping for reconciliation and you would like everyone to get along again, the conflict, you know, the presence of this conflict lingering is making you uncomfortable, you know, I think it's still important to consider the other people's perspectives. Yeah, my computer just made a noise. I think it's important for you all to consider a different perspective with this, because even like I said, if you're the one wanting to reconcile, maybe you weren't really the driving force behind this conflict. You may have been, but you may not have been. There are some of you who definitely you weren't. But anyways, it's still worth looking at it from a perspective like from the outside, you know. Maybe even talking to someone who's totally outside the situation and asking them, you know, someone you trust, I'm hearing, someone who will give you honest feedback. And say, hey, honestly, what do you think about this? What do you think I should do? What do you think we should do? What's your thoughts on this? Get an outside perspective. And like I said, someone who will be honest with you. Someone who will be honest with you, someone who will be upfront with you, someone who loves you enough to tell you when you're in the wrong and loves you enough to support you when you're in the right, or loves you enough as well to support you when you're trying to right maybe a wrong, okay? So, get that outside perspective, look at the other perspective overall, okay? Change the method in which you're trying to solve this conflict, okay? And just kind of, I mean, you're just gonna kind of have to hang out and try to see this from someone else's point of view is what I'm hearing. But anyways, pile number 4, thank you guys so much for tuning in, listening to the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much, allows me to keep putting these out for you guys, these videos out for you guys. If you hit that little bell icon after you subscribe, you'll get notifications for when I put videos out, and I will be putting a January video out as well as, or like it looks at like, not just a January, just one video in January, guys, sorry. No, I'll be putting out a video looking at the month of January for you all. And then also for the year of 2024, and I'm going to break that down. We're going to look at love, career. I might include family in there after doing your reading, because I think that's like a really big portion of our lives that I think sometimes gets overlooked. But anyways, so yeah, those things will be coming up. Be on the lookout for those. Like I said a little bit earlier in your reading, I think I said it, I do offer personal readings on my Etsy. The link is in the description box down below. I will not solicit you for readings. So if there's anybody in the comments pretending to be me, saying that I want to give you a reading, here's the link, give me money. It's not me. I will not do that, you guys. I would never do that. I am not, like, I just don't. I don't have a salesy bone in my body, you all. I really don't. It's hard. It's hard enough for me to say, hey guys, if you want a personal reading, I offer those on my Etsy. But anyways, I do though. So if you would like some, a little bit more of a personal touch with your reading, a little bit more detailed information for your specific situation, check that out. I have the listings kind of organized there based on what I felt like, might best serve the collective. But if there's, if you're looking for something and you're not seeing it on there, maybe a certain type of reading, just send me a DM on there and I'll work with you. Whatever you need, I got you. Okay. I'm here to help you. Okay. I love that. I love helping people. It's my passion. It's why I was in healthcare for quite a while. But this is my true passion, is helping people through tarot. Anyways, guys, all of that to say, thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye.